Alright, so what we're doing now is cutting an odd-shaped piece of glass that is fitting a frame that is already pre-made. It was an owner's frame, and it is off and away. So this is museum glass. I've got it on a piece of craft paper. So what we are going to do is we're going to be trimming it by hand. Now, one of the things that I've already done is first thing you want to get your base measurements down. I have written down that it's going to be 10 inches on one side, the bottom. I'm sorry, it's 10 inches on the left side, 9 3/4 on the right side, 12 on the bottom, and 11 3/4 on the top. Now, when the frame is not a perfect square, we have to cut it by hand. So in this case, what I did was I took a 16 by 20 piece of museum glass, and I have it on the side. The side that's facing up is the side that faces out normally, because that's the side you score. So what I did with the 16 by 20, I went on the 16 side and marked the 12 inches there, so 2 inches from the edge, 2 inches from the edge, using a China marker. And from there, then I marked on the left, I went the 10 inches here, and on the right, I went the 9 3/4. So we're going to cut the 9 3/4 10 line by using a grid. And what we're going to do is we're going to set the grid right underneath. We're going to line up the post. Now this is the one that gets a little tricky because you are going to be cutting this with your trusty glass cutter that you can get pretty much anywhere and everywhere. All our suppliers carry it. All our your local hardware stores have it, even your local crafts place. So what I'm going to be doing is cutting slowly, stay on the line, and also I've been doing this for 17 years, so it's a little bit more second nature. So once you get that cut out, turn it over and use your thumb. And I'm using glass, these great glass gloves you can get from TrueView. They ship them out for free. So this is the side we're not going to use, so I'm going to set it on another piece of craft paper. I'll cut it down for scraps. You still have your factory edge here. Set that aside. Now what we need to do, and this requires a little bit of math, is we're going to figure out the widths here. Now, if you're good at math, you know that you're looking at, you need the 11 3/4. Now making sure that we're on the right side. It's always good to give this a brush. Okay, China marker is on the cut side. So what we're going to do is measure out. So we've got 16 minus 11 3/4. If you know how to do it in your head, great. If not, calculators are our friends. So 4 1/4 divided by 2 is 2 1/8. So we're going to mark this, measure to the edge, 2 1/8 there, 2 1/8 there. Put the gloves back on. Sorry about the sniffles, it is officially December. And once again, we're going to line up our China markers. This one needs to be replaced soon. And one reason why I like to use craft paper or something underneath the glass is when you turn it, you're not scratching it, especially when it's museum glass. So now we've got to line it back up. Okay, once again, just making sure that this part is clean. Flip it over. Using your thumb. We've got a trash can dedicated to glass over here. And there we go. We have glass that now fits our frame. Now, there are ways to, if you need to chew it a little bit, there are, not quite those, but there are little pliers that you can use to chew this, just kind of chim away at this. But overall, once you get those figured out, measure your frame, of course, you can cut an off-square glass to fit a frame that is off-square. So, thanks so much for tuning in.